evening, everyone. We come together to honor those who have not only excelled in their respective fields, but also made profound and lasting contributions to our society. Tonight, we have the privilege of presenting the Community Service Award, a recognition that stands as a testament to the power of selfless action, courage, and a commitment to justice. The Jewish people have been there since the beginning of the struggle for freedom in South Africa. We cannot ignore the legacy of Jewish activists who played pivotal roles in shaping the struggle. People like Albie Sachs, Ruth First, Dennis Goldberg, and Helen Suzman, to name just a few, played a pivotal role, ultimately leading to the release of Nelson Mandela.
How's it, everybody? Thanks to Howard and Dina for bringing this community together. This year has particularly been challenging since October 7th, and our community's true spirit has shone brightly. We have stood together, united by our shared values and our pride in our heritage. And our heritage teaches us the power of community and strength found in collective action. It's this spirit that uplifts and unites us and drives us, inspiring leaders and change makers who dedicate themselves to making the world a better place. Tonight's award recipient embodies these ideals profoundly, demonstrating unwavering commitment and exemplary leadership that have not only enriched our community in South Africa, but have also paved paths toward greater good and understanding. And as we present this award, let us all be reminded of the potential we have to affect positive change when we stand together. Thank you for your inspiration, your service, and your shining example. Let's continue to support one another and work together to forge a brighter, more inclusive future. I love this quote from Margaret Mead that says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed individuals can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has." With that, let's see who wins.
The winner is the Jewish National Fund, South Africa. Woo!
For over a century, the Jewish National Fund has been synonymous with environmental stewardship and community development, not only in Israel, but also here in South Africa. Since our founding in 1903, we have planted over 240 million trees and developed world-leading expertise in water management, beekeeping, forestry, and sustainable development. In South Africa, JNFSA has been a cornerstone of the Jewish community's outreach efforts, uplifting disadvantaged communities and supporting vital environmental education.
At the request of President Mandela, we partnered with Food and Trees for Africa, and we launched the Nelson Mandela Park on Arbor Day in 1996. President Nelson Mandela himself inaugurated the park.
In 2004, the next project focused on education. The JNF Water Sisulu Environmental Centre, in collaboration with the Gauteng Department of Education, was designed to address one of South Africa's most pressing needs, environmental education. Since its inception 20 years ago, the centre has educated over 200,000 learners from disadvantaged schools about the importance of conservation. Through innovative projects like using treated wastewater for irrigation and partnering with the city of Tshwane to plant thousands of trees in the township, JNF South Africa is helping to combat climate change and secure a greener future for generations to come. The centre was recently accredited by the Department of Science and Innovation as a science centre. Ours is the only one in a township. This has allowed us to branch out into teaching much-needed robotics and programming skills.
I had the privilege of working with the JNF Water Sisulu Centre. It is a wonderful resource to the local community.
When cholera broke out in Hammanskraal, JNF collaborated with specialists from Sheba Medical Centre to provide the city of Tshwane assistance in combating cholera and other waterborne diseases. JNF SA has also partnered with Africa Tikkun to pilot cutting-edge Israeli wastewater treatment technology.
The JNF has been approached by the South African Beekeepers Association to share Israeli know-how to revive the country's honey industry.
Our latest project in Israel is the Siyabonga Garden in Talmud, where the JNF South Africa, together with the South African Zionist Federation, recognize the remarkable and disproportionate contribution of South African Jews to the anti-Apartheid struggle.
On October 7th, 2023, everything changed. 1,200 people were massacred, 460 at the Nova Music Festival in the JNF forest at Re'im. Among the dead were 2 South African grandmothers. 251 people were taken hostage, including 3 South Africans, creating 68,000 Israeli internal refugees. A year later, many are still unable to return to their homes. In the north, 80,000 Israelis were also forced to flee their homes.
Within 48 hours, in collaboration with the South African Jewish Report, we raised funds to evacuate hundreds of children from the south to the JNF Field Centre in the tranquility of the Galilee.
Hezbollah rocket attacks have ravaged the landscape, destroying over 84,000 acres with raging fires. We've provided over 120 specialized firefighting vests to protect those on the front lines and have delivered 3 mobile firefighting units.
No one in South Africa seemed to care that 251 people had been snatched from their homes and taken hostage to Gaza. There were 3 South African hostages, including 2 elderly women, Aviva Siegel and Hannah Perry. Together with the base community, the Jasanovskis and Ronit Beleli, we decided to take up their cause in South Africa.
We joined other cities around the world and organized a public vigil in Johannesburg.
On Human Rights Day and throughout the year, we turned Johannesburg yellow. Banners, posters, and thousands of yellow ribbons lined the streets, all in solidarity with our hostages.
We launched a project to bring freed hostages and hostage families to South Africa, not only to give them a safe space for respite and healing, but also to ensure that their powerful stories of resilience reach the South African audience. We have already facilitated 5 trips this year.
Amos Horn had 2 of his brothers kidnapped from Kibbutz Nir Oz by Hamas. For the last year, Amos and his wife Dalia have traveled the world, pressuring world leaders like the UN Secretary General, the Pope and the head of the Red Cross to take action to secure their release.
Amit Susanna was taken hostage from Kibbutz Kfar Aza and held for a long 55 days. She courageously became the first hostage to speak out about the sexual abuse that she encountered during her captivity.
Lotus Lahav, an October 7th survivor, recounted her harrowing experience where she used a piece of Dyson vacuum cleaner to create a makeshift lock for her family's safe room door.
Most recently, we have hosted Moran Stelayanai, who was released after 54 days, as well as Noah Argamani, who was rescued by the IDF after 8 months in captivity.
The Jewish National Fund of South Africa continues to build on the foundations laid decades ago, strengthening ties between the Jewish community, Israel, and the people of South Africa. Through education, community empowerment, and environmental stewardship, we remain committed to creating hope and building a more tranquil and peaceful world for future generations.
Please would Michael come up to collect the award? Michael, there we go.
King Solomon reminds us that for everything there is a season, a time to sow and a time to reap, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time for war and a time for peace. Good evening, Rabbonim, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. The past year has been one of the most challenging seasons in living memory for our community and the Jewish world. Yet in the face of such adversity, I'm deeply proud of the way our small, dedicated team at the JNF alongside our incredible partners, has stepped up to provide hope, healing, and a profound sense of connection. Thank you to the South African Jewish Report, APSA, Howard Sackstein, and Man-Made Media for recognizing our contribution tonight. In this age of disruption, where startups dominate the narrative, our story is different. It's a story of renewal, of an established institution evolving to meet new challenges. Our iconic blue box, a fixture in Jewish homes for over 120 years, is a powerful reminder of the impact of small collective actions. The coins dropped into those boxes by individual Jewish families across South Africa once helped drain swamps and made the desert bloom. Today, they empower us to green urban spaces, educate environmental champions, pilot innovative water solutions, support our firefighters, and promote resilience and healing. As President Mandela said when he inaugurated our JNF Nelson Mandela Park in Mamelodi, it is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. It is that legacy we are honored to continue. Community service is not a solo endeavor. Our success lies in our ability to hire talented staff, attract committed volunteers, and partner with amazing organizations that share our vision and values. Tonight, I want to express my deep appreciation to those who have been instrumental in our journey. To our National Director, Bev Schneider, and her exceptional team, Lisa Kotzen and Kiki Shelped, thank you for your calm, steady leadership that ensures everything gets done. To our volunteers, President Isla Feldman, Treasurer Jules Erdang, and committee members, especially Fran Blumenthal, Robin Shapiro, Saul Jasinowski, Benji Schulman, and Kayla Erdang, your selfless commitment of time and energy is invaluable. To our partners, the City of Tshwane, the Gauteng Department of Education, the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Solid Waste, Food and Trees for Africa, the South African Jewish Report, Africa Tikkun, the KwaZulu-Natal Zionist Council, the South African Israel Chamber of Commerce, and the South African Zionist Federation. Your collaboration has been crucial to our success. And of course, to JNF, KKL, and Orna Tug for your steadfast support of South Africa and our Jewish community. Finally, to the base, to Rabbi Zulberg, his wife Gila, and brother Moshe Zulberg, to the Jasinowskis and Ronit Beleli, thank you for the incredible work we have been able to do together to achieve on behalf of the hostages. As South African struggle poet Wally Sirota wrote in his poem For Don M. Band, it is a dry white season, dark leaves don't last. It is a dry white season, brother, only the trees know the pain. Their branches dry like wires. Indeed, it is a dry white season, but seasons come to pass. We pray for the imminent release of our 101 hostages still held in Gaza, and we at the JNF are already preparing with their return for a new season of rebuilding, dancing, and peace. Thank you.